Shalom. I want to start off by saying Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai Hamashiach, Call Hello Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai Hamashiach. I just saw another study on the black horse and it pissed me off, and I don't feel like I did the last my last video justice, so I'm gonna do it some justice right now and keep it simple. All right, I'm gonna start at the third verse, and when he had opened the second seal, I heard the second beast say, "Come and see." And there went out another horse that was red, and power was given him that sat thereon to take peace from the earth, and that they should kill one another. And there was given unto him a great sword. Okay, this is a timeline of things to happen. Okay, and this already happened. All right, we're in the time of the rider of the pale white horse. All right, and I'll get into that. All right, that red horse, who was born all over red like a hairy garment. It's Esau. Okay, and even Jordan Maxwell referenced it too. All of Europe conquered the entire world, went through slaying, killing everybody, okay? French, English, and the Spanish, all right? We're all one, basically, under Catholicism. Wherever they went, there were the Hebrew people, and Europe conquered the whole earth. So that's the interpretation of the red horse in a shell, okay? And when he had opened the third seal, I heard the third beast say, "Come and see." And I beheld, and lo, a black horse, and he that sat on him had pair of balances in his head. And I just showed you the balances is a yoke of servitude, so I hope it raises eyebrows. Black, as in one being black with persecution, schisms, errors, and heresies, which are many, particularly heresies, being compared also to pertaining to their pride and great swelling words of vanity, for the hidden things are dishonesty, works of darkness in themselves, and the darkness spread all over all. Okay, that actually goes into literal slavery too, because when they brought the tribe of Judah over here, they were in slavery. All right, and what pissed me off is with the guy, he said, "Oh, a measure of wheat for a penny, 3 measures of barley for..." That's pertaining to the word, because all the children of Mashiach are going to get the word. But that's a crock of shit, because when you go on the scriptures, it says, "Many will strive to enter at the straight gate, and only few there be that find it." Only a small number of people will actually find the truth, that straight gate. So that guy's done. He's full of shit. All right, but that actually goes into slavery too. Why? He's literally talking about a measure of wheat for a penny, 3 measures of barley for a penny, because it's going to be cheap, just like the scriptures say. Victuals, shall be so cheap that people will think in themselves to be in good standing, okay? No, he's literally talking about victuals, because when you go in the time of slavery, everyone was living luxuriously, lavishly. Even the time of World War II, a middle-class man was living luxurious, in comparison to the people living in this time today. All right, and see thou hurt not the oil and the wine. See, that's what gets me. But honestly, it's actually even talking about superfluities too, because the necessities are going to be so cheap, but see thou hurt not the oil and the wine, as in pertaining to dainties, things like that, but also there's another interpretation to that. All right, but like I said, that thing reminded me of the black horse, and what I just proved, that balances are a yoke of servitude. All right, and then when he had opened the fourth seal, I heard the voice of the fourth beast say, "Come and see." And I looked, and behold, a pale horse. All right, this is the time we're living in now. And his name that sat on him was Death, and hell followed with him. Powers given unto them over the fourth part of the earth to kill with sword, and with hunger, and with death, and with the beasts of the earth. All right. That's why I like John Gill, because he's from the 1600s, and he has a more understanding of the Hebrews than anybody else. He said death and hell is simply just death in the grave. All right, and I'll prove that in the future. Abanawa Tazaka. But that pale horse, it's pale as in sickly. It's a condition of the dying state of the Roman Empire, which is now. And he has power, to kill. With sword, with hunger, with death, and with the beasts of the earth. All right, that's speaking of the Illuminati and the people now. All right, and just to prove the Apocrypha, when you go in the Numbers 12 and 6, and he said, "Hear now my words, if there be a prophet among you, I, Yahweh, will make myself known unto him in a vision, and will speak unto him in a dream." Okay? There's a prophet among you. All right? Now, Deuteronomy 18:22. When a prophet speaketh in the name of Yahweh, if the thing follow not, nor come to pass, that is the thing which Yahweh hath not spoken, but the prophet has spoken it presumptuously. Thou shalt not be afraid of him. All right? So that's how you know if the Apocrypha is true. So let's take a look at the Apocrypha. All right, again, canon literally just means 66 books. All right, they're full of shit. Think for yourselves. All right, so here we go. Let's confirm the Apocrypha right now. And there's much more evidence too. Then saw I a dream, and behold, there came up from the sea an eagle, which is a representation of the Roman Empire and America, which had 12 feathered wings and 3 heads. And I saw, and behold, she spread her wings over all the earth, and all the winds of the air blew on her and were gathered together. And I beheld, and out of her feathers there grew other contrary feathers, and they became little feathers and small. But her heads were at rest. All right, and they're talking about literal kingdoms and everything. Their heads were at rest. The head in the midst was greater than the other, yet rested it with the residue. All right, so this eagle has many kingdoms in it. Moreover, I beheld, and lo, the eagle flew with her feathers and reigned upon earth and over them that dwelt therein. And I saw that all things under heaven were subject unto her, and no man spake against her, no, not one creature upon the earth. And this was written years before the New Testament. It's in the Septuagint. Okay, King James was a so-called black man contending with the Catholic Church, and he included it in the 1611 King James Version Bible. All right, think for yourselves. So that confirms the Apocrypha, because this vision came to pass. All right, that eagle is a representation of the Roman Empire. Those 3 heads is a representation of the kingdoms. You know, it could be France, Spain, England, you know, and other feathers were grown into a contrary feathers. It's representation of kingdoms. All right, but either way, you know, I'll get the interpretation of it and I'll get it back to you. This happened. I saw that all things under heaven were subject under her. No man spake against her. No, not one creature upon earth. So, again, I'm going to jump into 2nd Esdras. And I'm going to get into the 16th chapter, the 21st verse. All right, behold, victuals shall be so good, cheap upon earth, that they shall think themselves to be in a good case. Even then shall evils grow upon earth, sword, famine, and great confusion. So that guy who did the breakdown of the black horse pissed me off. Because you're saying, oh, the wheat and the barley and penny, it's so cheap that anyone could get it. No. No, asshole. It's fucking, many will strive to enter at the straight gate, but only few will find it. Only few people will find it. Okay? Son of a bitch. Excuse me. But anyways, yeah, I didn't feel like I did the last lesson justice, but there it was, you know. And again, I'll show you that those balances are servitude, and it actually goes into the history, actual literal slavery. And the tribe of Judah, the men of great millstone, they go so deep in the history, they actually even prove that the same things that happened to them actually happened to all the other tribes on an even or even a smaller level, but it did happen to them. All right, they were doing castrations, rape, murdering, killing each other's children. They got into the Native Americans. They were literally hanging the women over bridges, rape, killing the children, you know, castrating the men. You know, they point out, you know, the same things that happened to us, more notably us, happened even more to us, but it happened to you guys too, okay? But, you know, again, I'm going to jump into balances. You're going to see right here, to join, especially by a yoke, a coupling, figuratively servitude, law, or obligation, literally the beam of the balances as connecting the scales, parabalances, yoke, and a yoke that is put on a draught, cattle, metaphor used of any burden or bondage as that of slavery. All right, and literally, a lot of people profited off slavery. All the major companies now, railroads, things like that, profited greatly off of slavery. When you look at the people, you know, the CEOs of them, they say, oh, we deeply apologize for the slavery, you know. But anyways, the scripture says that which is past, that is what the Lord requires. All right, but anyways, yeah, no, the guy pissed me off when he went into that measure. Everybody, it's just, we could all get to, no, nah. Many will strive to enter in the straight gate, but only few there be that find it. Gross darkness has come to the whole earth. Anyways, I hope I did a little more justice. Actually, I'm going to do more studies on this and prove that. But this is actually a timeline, as you can see. You know, the Red Horse was Europe. You know, you have their conquests into the New World. You know, you had them literally killing with the sword, the Renaissance era, you know, where everyone gets plantation and Renaissance Christianity, you know. And then you have this black horse that was literally slavery. And when he's talking about the measure of wheat for a penny, 3 measures of barley for a penny, that guy pissed me off. He's literally talking about everything will be so cheap. All right. And right now we are in the time of the rider of the pale white horse. All right. Anyways, I hope that covered up a lot of things. And concerning the Apocrypha, Google it. Christopher Columbus himself read the Apocrypha because he was looking for the Hebrews. Google Christopher Columbus and the Hebrew interpreters. Apocrypha also says that, the men of the Lord would be so accustomed to their lies, they have exercised themselves to chew the meat, spit out the bones, as in taking in the good information and spitting out the disinformation. Anyways, with that, I'm going to say Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai HaMashiach, Kol Halal Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai HaMashiach. Double honors Apostle Elders of Great Millstone, who everybody should be learning from. I need to check with them to get the full breakdown of this. And, bless the Akim that are pushing the word in true sincerity. And to all you men of Great Millstone, I say Barakatam, Bahashem Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai HaMashiach, and Waha Racha Kodash. Shalom.